Hello there, everyone. Welcome to my humble abode. Just a small announcement before I get started with the terror. I am going to be taking a small break after this video. I just had the vax for the you-know-what beer virus, and that really just is taking a lot out of me. The video I'll be showing you is pre-prepared, so I hope you enjoy. And without further ado, let's get started. Today we've got some horror poems for you, all in the public domain. First story is I Felt a Funeral in My Brain by Emily Dickinson. I felt a funeral in my brain, and mourners to and fro kept treading till it seemed that sense was breaking through. And when they all seated, a service like a drum kept beating till I thought my mind was going numb. And then I heard it then lift from a box and creak across my soul with those same boots of lead again. Then space began to toll, as if all the heavens were a bell and being but an ear, and I and silence am some strange race wreaked solitary here. And then a plank in reason broke, and I dropped down and down and down, and hit a world at every plunge, and finished knowing then. Next poem is Mad Girl's Love Song by Sylvia Ploth. It's a poem grounded in the horrors of mental illness by an iconic writer. Take your time listening to this one and let everything sink in. I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I lift my lids and all is born again. I think I made you up inside my head. The stars go waltzing out in blue and red, and arbitrary blackness gallops in. I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I dreamed that you bewitched me into bed, and sung me the moonstruck. Kissed me quite insane, I think I made you up inside my head. God topples from the sky, hell's fires fade, exit seraphim and Satan's men. I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I fancied you'd return the way you said, but I grow old and I forget your name. I think I made you up inside my head. I should have loved a thunderbird instead. At least when spring comes they roar back again. I shut my eyes and all the world drops dead. I think I made you up inside my head. Next one, Her Strong Enchantment's Failing by A.E. Houseman. This is another one that'll get you at the very last line. Don't skip ahead or you'll ruin it. Her strong enchantment's failing, her powers of fear and wreck, her limbs the dried of poisons, and the knife at her neck. The queen of air and darkness begins the shrilling cry, O young man, O my slayer, tomorrow you shall die. O queen of air and darkness, I think 'tis truth you say, and I shall die tomorrow, but you will die today. Last one for the day, Dead Man's Hate by Robert Irvin Howard. This one's creepy because of a monster. No reading in between the lines is required here. They hanged John Farrell in the dawn and mid the marketplace. At dusk came Adam Brand to him and spat upon his face. Poor neighbors all spat Adam Brand. See ye John Farrell's fate? 'Tis proven here a hempen noose is stronger than man's hate. For heard ye not John Farrell's vow? To be avenged upon me, become life or death? See how he hangs high above the gallows tree. Never a word the people spoke in fear and wild surprise. For the grisly corpse raised up its head and stared with sightless eyes. And with strange motions, slow and stiff, pointed at Adam Brand and clambered down the giblet tree. The noose within its hand, with gaping mouth stood still Adam Brand like a statue, carved of stone, till the dead man laid a clammy hand hard on his shoulder bone. Then Adam shrieked like a soul in hell. The red blood left his face, and reeled away in a drunken run through the screaming marketplace. And close behind the dead man came with a face like a mummy's mask, and the dead joints cracked and the stiff legs creaked with their unwonted task. Men fled before the flying twain of shrank of bated breath. They saw on the face of Adam Brand the seal set there by death. He reeled on buckling legs that failed, yet on he fled. So through the shuddering marketplace the dying fled the dead. At the riverside fell Adam Brand with a scream that rent the skies. Across him fell John Farrell's corpse, nor ever the twain did rise. There was no wound on Adam Brand, but his brow was cold and damp, for the fear of death had blown out his life as a witch blows out a lamp. His lips were writhed in a horrid grin like a fiend's on Satan's coals, and the men that looked on his face that day, his stare still haunt their souls. Well, such was the fate of Adam Brand, a strange unearthly fate, for stronger than death or a hempen noose saw the fires of a dead man's hate. Thank you for taking part in listening to these horrific poems that would make a creepypasta reader shiver. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please consider liking and subscribing and checking me out the links below. Maybe supporting me on Patreon. And while you're considering that, I'll see you later, 'cause a monster's right behind you. Goodbye with that.